And good morning and welcome to VSA Capital 5-Minute Morning Miner on Thursday, the 22nd of January. And today, of course, is our big VSA Vision Contest, the conference this afternoon where we've got some of our natural resources clients and transition energy clients all having an 8-minute presentation to about 150 guests and a professional judging panel, including Andy Bruff from Schroders. We'll have Cornish Metals there, Ionic Rare Earths, Recyclic Global, Star Energy, all sorts of natural resources companies. They have to be British. That's the criteria for getting in there. Talking of British and small cap companies, Strategic Minerals pool today has raised £4 million. Tin is hot down in Cornwall. It's what people want. Talk us through, Paul.
Yeah, yes, that's right. They have made a $4 million raise, and specifically this is for their Cornwall Resources subsidiary, which is drilling or has just completed a follow-on drill program for the Redmoor project that they have down there. And this fundraise is specifically because of the success that they've had at Redmoor is to do all of the infill work of drilling a 16,000 meter drill program to be coming then, therefore, in order to have enough drill holes and enough spacing to complete a pre-feasibility study on that project. That was priced at 1.3 pence per share, which was right at the closing market price the prior day as well.
Yep, it's hot, and I think everybody knows all the other tin players in Cornwall, so no need to repeat them all. Now, also, we had an RNS out from Emmerson today. It obviously is more of a litigation play than a natural resources play, but I know a lot of people who listen to this podcast listen about this. And the good news is they've given us sort of a date for the memorial, or a rough date. You've got anything more you want to add to that, Paul?
Yes, the rough date they gave was by the end of the first quarter of this year, and following the full submission of the memorial, they'll be moving to the next phase, which would be the opportunity of the government for the Kingdom of Morocco to respond to that. So, yes, moving along in this rather laborious process called litigation.
Well, it's laborious, but it's a journey, and you just go for the journey. And we do see about 4 or 5 times upside in this stock in the next 12 months. So it's a pretty nice place to be, really. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. Okay. I don't really. What else do you want to talk about, Paul?
Well, we also had some quarterly results out from various firms, and I also wanted to mention, too, the resumption of trading in the AIM-quoted Quebec gold explorer Landore Resources. They've resumed now that they've released today also an independent new resource estimate for their BAM gold deposits on their Junior Lake project in Quebec. This is a recalculated set of resources from the MRE that was released back in 2022. And this set specifically addressed, or the significant changes were 3 that I noted. First of all, they updated the gold price assumption from the old $1,800 an ounce to $3,000 an ounce US. They also used a more conservative block model for calculating the total of resources. This is SLR in this case, which was the consultant preparing the estimate. More conservative block model to accommodate narrower, or what was seen in core to be narrower widths in many portions of the prior wireframe model. And the other thing is this was MRE was confined to a specific pit-constrained open pit shell, and it came up with a result which was 622,000 ounces of gold in indicated and 33,000 ounces of gold in inferred. Now, this gold grade is also right around a gram or so, which is pretty economic for single bodies at this point in time in Canada. So it has some commercial size to it, but in my opinion, it has come up short from what I was hoping to see in this, and it doesn't change the fact that there is still on the order of 1.4 million total resource ounces across the Junior Lake project, but this confines them to more of an economic calculation for mineability. I do think that the company would, as explorers rather than mine developers, would like to sell this project.
Yeah, look, the market obviously was a bit disappointed. It's marked it down 33% or down 1.2 to 2.4. It's one of the problems. This is a classic case of a very small company not having enough cash to really develop what it needs to. Being an AIM stock, but its asset is right in the middle of Canada, really it should be on the TSX, and I think it would have a much higher share price. I'm sure the company is looking into that. You've got some good management there. So watch this space on that one, probably. Now, what next, Paul?
Resolute Mining, the West African gold producer that's also quoted in London, had their quarterly outlook or production results, as well as full year numbers. The gold output that they are reporting on year-on-year basis had fallen by quite a bit, but the quarter-on-quarter number was actually up. Gold production for the quarter right about 66,000 ounces versus Q3 of last year at 60,000 ounces. All-in sustaining costs, therefore, also came down at $1,877 an ounce versus $2,205 an ounce in the third quarter. They also updated their Côte d'Ivoire Doropo project DFS feasibility to come up with a 170,000 ounce per year, 13-year mine life project with an IRR of 49% at a 3,000 ounce gold price during the quarter. Now, they do intend to put that Doropo project into development for a first gold production sometime early in 2028, given the prices. But they also have this, what I would say, this gap in their production profile here playing out to between 26 and 28. So watch this space. When the financials come out, I think you'll see what the impact of the full year's difference in gold production will have on its numbers, not quite coming out as good as you would otherwise hope for gold companies. They have given guidance for this coming year at a similar amount of gold production, around 275,000 ounces, at group all-in sustaining cost above $2,000 an ounce.
Yeah, whilst you're on gold, you should comment on the Altin Q4 results and production update, Paul, because they are very good.
Yes, Altin had numbers out as well. Strong fourth quarter and full year exceeding the production guidance, came out with 53,800 ounces for the year, whereas their goal was at 50,000 ounces. Record annual revenue, $175 million, which is a 95% year-on-year increase for this Kazakh gold producer. And for 2026, they're targeting gold production of similar amount, between 52 and 55,000 ounces, though they will be evaluating a possibility for further production expansion at Sekisovskoye, with a decision sometime during this first half.
Okay, I think that's enough for today. We've got the conference coming up, so we'll be back in tomorrow. Thanks.
Very good. See you then.
This podcast has been produced and edited by VSA Capital. It is intended for information purposes and not as investment advice. The information is intended for recipients who understand the risks associated with equity investments in smaller companies. Please do your own research and do not rely on a single source when making an investment decision. VSA Capital may derive fees from this content and seeks to do business with the companies mentioned.